Sorry guys, I wasn't able to do my project this week. I've had a very busy week and I deeply apologize. But while you're still here, what if I told you that what I went through was one of the most interesting stories and the most awesomest, gooderest stories that any man has ever told in his life? Well, that just so happens to be the case, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I am going to explain to you what went down this week. It was a cold, damp last week, and I was sitting in my room studying for this project. And then all of a sudden, BAM! I hear some lightning from outside. I'm like, what even is that? Man, then I heard a knocking on the door. And then I go in and I check through the peephole, but I ain't seen nothing. But when I'm looking out the peephole, I hear a knock. So it's like, man, what's going on? So I open the door, and it's this little midget guy. And his face, I kid you not, it looks exactly like a pizza. So what I do is I look up to this little pizza guy, and I'm saying, hey guy, what you need help for? And he says, quick, you're the only human being on this world that can help us. We are in danger. Please come with me. And he has this like broken up, beaten up Toyota. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, hey, you promise this ain't a prank, right? And he says, yeah. And then I hop in his whip, right? That's just sort of, that's just my go-getter mentality, though. Anyways, we go in the car, right? We drive directly into one of my neighbor's houses. And not gonna lie, there was a big lightning bolt. It hit the car. I thought I was gonna die. But like all of a sudden, the world just changes around me. And all of a sudden, I'm in this like forest almost, where like there's giant meteors falling out of the sky. Boom, 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 boom. I literally just like I scream. Me and the guy, I'm looking at him. I'm like, "What's going on, man?" And he looks at me and he says, "Dude, our president, I kid you not, that is got captured, got absolutely enslaved by this evil wizard guy named Gorm Gumdrot." What? What? I don't know. But like Gumdrop literally kidnapped the president and keeping him hostage inside of this big tower that is in the middle of our country. And we need your help. And I'd say, well, man, of course you could have just said that. And he looks at me and he says, man, you know we didn't have time for that. And then I dap him up because I agree with that. But like, oh man, it's a whole adventure. He hands me this piece of paper. He says, I know you ain't going to be able to do this alone. I need you to get all the people from here, contact them, and then meet up with them like right in front of the castle. But do it like fast. You only got 5 minutes. And then I say, alright, you right. The first guy listed on this paper was this guy named Soma, right? He lived at like this hole, and it was like near a bar, kind of. So I walk into the bar. I see Soma sitting there. He's a bartender. This man is pouring drinks into other people's drinks. I walk up to him and I'm like, yo, you're Soma? This little green pizza face guy, he sort of walked up to me and he said that I could help save the kingdom. Everyone drops their drinks. And he just looks at me and he says, partner, do you know where you are? This is sacred land right here. This is the ancient land of Garden. I'm like, Garden? Man, that's as stupid. That's as stupid as when I found out my friend's name was Joe. And then he looks at me and he goes, "Oh my God, you're the one that they chose to save us." And I'm like, "All right, hop in the car, we'll go." Next guy I come across is this guy named Cross. He's like this like 6 foot two, nonchalant dreadhead. You know, he cool. I walk up to him and I tell him the story. He gets him the whip. I walk up. It's basically the same for the third guy, whose name is Halo, and then I walk up to the fourth guy. That's Moore, and I walk up to Moore, and I look at and hold on. You see, the thing about Moore that makes him kind of interesting is that he is from the army, right? Moore just got done killing an infamous terrorist, and that kind of has me thinking like, and I asked him about the situation, and he jokingly remarks to me that if he wasn't in such a popular country, he probably wouldn't have gotten away with it. And that makes me think about like the whole Osama bin Laden situation, and it makes me think, damn, maybe America there's something like special to it. And of course, I'm looking at him, and I don't say anything. We gotta move quick, 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 just like this project. All right, so I get in the car, right? We all make our way to the opening thing. We knock on the door of the tower. All of a sudden, it blows open. Oh my god, everywhere. There's just like pig cop, pig cop, pig cop. I don't even know. Those things are from Duke Nukem. There's the guy, the cultists from Blood. There's like um Abominable Snowman. There's like these guys that kind of like there's these like floating heads. It's like awesome, man. Someone brought like three weapons. We just like they pull out swords, and he gives me one of the extra swords, and we just start cutting and chopping and just like chop, chop, chop. We just like sort of just like eliminate just like everything we could see. Ba 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 ba. But like eventually all the guys end up dying, and it's like, dang. What do I do now? I don't want to do this by my own. But like next thing you know, I'm at the bridge, and there's like lava. And then I'm looking up. I'm looking up at the tower. The dragon is soaring. He's breathing fire. It's awesome. It is so awesome, dude. And just I pull up with the sword, and I just wave it at the dragon, teasing it. And then the president's looking at me, and the president screams out, and I'm like, oh, and then I take a look inside of the window, cause like Moore brought glasses. I mean, goggles. No, you know what I'm talking about. But I pull in them, and then I look really closely, and I'm like, wow, woo, humana, 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 cause you know, look kind of cute. But like that's not the point. Basically, what happens is I go into the tower, and well. I look at the land, and I look at the army, and the army is kind of going through their own little manifest destiny kind of thing. And, well, I end up watching them just like conquer a bunch of the land, making them go by their way. And I take a mental note of that. But now is not the time for that. Now is the time for me to save the president. So what I end up doing is I pull out like a little slingshot on some David, but like what I do is I throw like rocks, and I start hitting all the enemies, getting up there. I pull out, I go to the dragon, I sneak him from behind, I slit his throat, I just chop him up into little itsy bitsy pieces, I cook him into a nice stew, and it is awesome. I save the president. The president is like fainted. I I put on the back, and then I just making my way out, just like making a run for it. You know what I'm talking about? Like just like beelining towards the exit. You know, da 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 da. I managed to make it out in time. The whole castle just crumbles upon itself. It's exhausting to even explain it, man. Oh, Lord. I wake up like a few months later, no, not months, but like minutes later, because I needed a nap after all that, right? Man, the president walks up to me, and he tells me explicitly,
"You saved me, Nick. Thank you."
Which I'm like, and then I look at him, and I don't know what to think. He's amazing. So what ends up happening is we have a ceremony the next day, and we get married to each other, and it's pretty freaking awesome. And yeah, what that ends up happening, I end up asking him about the land, and he ends up telling me some stuff about like how this land was specifically guarded for this land. And it makes me think, if that's how they act when they know it's guarded, but then he stops me right there and he says, "We didn't know that." But so that makes me think, maybe America is special. Because I mean, like, I don't think normal countries act this way. Either way, I don't even have the time to think about that. The pizza face guy's already like coming to take me home. He explicitly like reaches his hand out to me, and I grab it, and he takes me all the way like back home. And it's like no time passed at all. It felt like years went by, but it actually just like passed by. And of course, I then went to bed. Well, I was going to went to bed, but I saw a clip from the movie 13, and I wasn't able to do any of the work. I was gonna do my presentation, but I saw that movie clip, and honestly, I was just like, it disturbed me. If you've seen the movie, you know which one it is. You know which one it is. But like, oh man, oh. But then I just like kind of just like I needed a minute to just like listen to music, decompress, get that image out of my head, and go to bed. Cause I needed it. I needed it after today, bro. I swear. Uh, but yeah, sorry I didn't do the project. I hope this is a good enough apology. And yeah, I'll um bye guys. Why are you still here? Go. 13 is a movie where the character is, isn't it like two